Hi everyone. Okay, so I watched a movie over the weekend. Not my first time, I think I probably watched it now for the third or fourth time. The movie is titled Mother's Day and it stars Julia Roberts. Now, I felt I wanted to share this movie with you guys because it is a movie that is also close to Fresh Adoption Talks with Angie. In the movie, it is about Mother's Day and women celebrating Mother's Day. And one of the young mums in the movie is a young lady who has given birth to a baby girl and she's living with her boyfriend, who is the dad of the baby. So in the movie, the guy wants to get married to her, but she is hesitant to say yes. And as the movie went on, she then explained that she couldn't say yes to him at that point in time because she felt like she didn't know who she was and where she was from. And that is where it came out that she is adopted. And the movie really touched on my heartstrings because as an adoptee myself, when I found out I was adopted, you do tend to have those feelings of who am I, where am I from, what makes me, what puts me together as a person. And this is what this young lady in the movie was experiencing. And in the movie, she then eventually, having had her biological mom's contact details for so long, she eventually put the courage together to go and find her. So basically in the movie, she just popped up, I think it was at a place of work, and she said to her that, "Hi, I am your daughter." As I always say, when we get in touch with our biological mums, when we are adopted and we get in touch with them, it's not always sunshine and roses. As in the movie, for this young lady, it was not what she expected. And I gathered that from the part and the scene where she said to her boyfriend that she went to go and see her mum, and she said, "Let's just say what I experience makes me grateful for what it is that I have." So I could relate to that because when I met with Evelyn for the first time, I was really and truly more grateful for what I have in my adopted family after I have met with her. And this is what this young lady was feeling. So I would just like to encourage you adoptees out there that if you do find yourself in a situation where you feel that you don't know who you are or where you fit in or where you're from because you now have found out that you are adopted, don't let that place a negative on your life. Don't let that hold you back from making future plans, from planning or living your life. Like for this young lady, she could not say yes to marry the man that she loves because of that, can I call it a setback in the life of not knowing who and what she is and where she's from. And another thing that I'd like to share about the movie is that as the movie went on, her mum then eventually came forward to her, and that is where they sat and they chatted, and the mum explained to her why it is that she gave her up for adoption. She explained that she was young, she and her boyfriend were in love at the time, she felt pregnant, and then her parents had dealings in her having to give her child up for adoption. Also, her daughter asked her why she never searched for her. And she said part of the agreement with the adoption was that she doesn't try to find her, right? That she leaves her with her adopted parents. And another part of the agreement was that should she stick to her part of the agreement, the adoptive parents will every year send her a picture of her little daughter so that she can keep track of her upbringing and her life. And in the movie, she then presents an album to her daughter to show her that she has been in touch with her biological parents and she does know about her life and her upbringing. So that was a beautiful part of the movie for me. It's not something that most adoptees have. I didn't have that. But nonetheless, it was a beautiful gesture made by the adopted parents. And if there's any adopted parents out there who follows my channel and watches the videos, and you do something like this, I want to say a big thank you to you for taking that step. It can't be easy, but I want to say thank you to you for taking that step. Also, if you are listening to me and you are a parent or a family that has adopted a little one, and you are able to do that, to send pictures of the little one to the biological mom, if you are in contact with them, do that, because I think that would just help the biological mom, especially if she had no choice but to give the child up. That would help the mom through her journey and to deal with the process of having given up her son or daughter. And should they come together one day in life, if it is God's will, she would have that to show to her son or daughter, to show that I have been following up as to what has been happening in your life, even though if it is just through pictures. In the movie, the young girl and her mom then, as they say, make peace and they start having a relationship, and the mom then meets her granddaughter. And in the movie, after all has been done with her and her mom, the young girl and her mom, she then decides to get married to the man who loves her and who is the father of her child, and she had her biological mom at her wedding. So, like I said earlier, all adoption stories are not the same for everybody. But I just wanted to share that with you because this is a beautiful story to an adoption. And I just hope that this encourages you guys out there. If you're an adoptee and you feel that because you're an adoptee, it's keeping you in one place in your life, you're stagnant and you don't know how to move forward or to make future plans because of being adopted and because you don't know who you are, where you're from. Try to go and find out. But even so, don't allow that to stop you from living your life. You are the person that was raised by your adopted family. You are the person who you have learned to know, who you have become and who have learned to know. For example, I am Angie. I was raised by my adopted family, but I did not let that in my life determine the choices and decisions that I had to make and when I had to make them. I did not let it determine me not choosing to live my own life or to plan my future. So I hope that this video was encouraging to you guys. And if you haven't watched the movie and if you're able to get it, Mother's Day starring Julia Roberts, it's a good movie to watch. I hope that this was inspiring to someone out there. Thanks guys, it's always a pleasure sharing with you. Until we chat again, have a good day. Bye-bye.